let's go back to the main story, that how this miracle took place. It was in the middle of the night when I was asleep at home. I heard knocking at the door. I thought that maybe it was a thief or a burglar, and so I got up to get dressed. But before I could get to the courtyard, I saw several criminal governmental guards with guns and dressed in their religious garb entering the house. I was at the point of the story that in the middle of the night, the people of the committee of Amr B. Maruf and Nahya B. Munkar, who were responsible to enforce the Islamic rules, entered into my house as thieves. Before I was able to open the door for them, they broke the door and entered the courtyard of my house. They introduced themselves as the committee members of the Islamic ruling Taliban government of Afghanistan. I said to them, "My brothers, what is the hurry? And why did you have to break the door? I was on my way to open it. I would have welcomed you to my house. I would have been honored to have you in my place. But these men were very harsh, rough, and unpleasant. They quickly attacked me and handcuffed me with my hands behind my back, with a chain of Omar and Ali, meaning with a chain of the two branches of Islam, Sunni and Shiite. They said that they had been informed that I have started a house church in my home, and that a blasphemous Kufri religion was in progress here. I said, "No, never, my brothers. No house church or any blasphemous things exist here. Let's go in and sit down and have a cup of tea together. My house is at your disposal. Pay attention and see what I was doing for humanity and what the followers of Ali and Omar, Islam, are doing in this world." After this, they ripped the house apart, searching for any book that contained pictures and for picture albums and music, cassette tapes. I also had a TV and a computer. They said they are all illegal in Islamic Sharia and that they are all blasphemous, kufri. Beside my bed on the bedstand, I had several books of the poetry of Hafez, who is my favorite poet. Whenever I was stricken with sadness or worry, I would read these poems. I also had a Bible on my bedstand. When they saw these books, at first they harassed me over the pictures that were in Hafez's books. The pictures were hand-drawn in miniature work of some beautiful ladies. Which they did for decoration and to beautify the books as publishers usually do. Then they discovered the Bible. From here, the miracle takes shape. After they realized it was the Bible, they said, "Now we know that the information we received was accurate." At this point, in a very soft and gentle way, they requested that I confess the truth of my sin, and in doing so, my conviction would be reduced.
یک مقدار به زبان نرم و ملایم خواهش کردن که گناه شما
I was to confess with what foreign infidel country I was in contact with, and with what foreign and infidel church I was in relationship with. They asked, "From whom did you receive this book? And you yourself, how many Muslims have you invited into this ungodly, blasphemous religion?" Pay attention. They said, "Into blasphemy." They are referring to Christianity and Judaism. They call them kufri, unbelief, infidelity, blasphemy. These are not ordinary people saying this. These are the leaders of Islam. I told them, "Please, if you permit me, it's a long story." So I told them the story behind receiving the book through the bookstore business and the transaction I had. I told them that my business was books and education. I was serving my country by educating people, and at the same time, I had a bookstore to make a living and survive. I also told them that this book came into my possession completely accidentally. This Bible was mixed in with 6,000 books that I had purchased from a bookstore, from a business in Herat city near the border. The businessman that imported the book could not have known that it was there either, nor was I aware that it was included with the books. I found that out after I brought the remaining books home into my library. I read the book mainly because it says in Islam that we should believe in the 4 heavenly books. These 4 books are first the Quran, and also the Torah, Injil, Gospels, and Zebur, Psalms. I told them that I did not know that this was a crime, that it was a sin, or that this was an ungodly book. They said, "No, this book is definitely a blasphemous book. These books are abolished. After Muhammad, the last prophet, appeared and completed the godly religion, all the other heavenly books and all the old prophets and their laws and books and everything they had been abrogated." It is not permissible for a Muslim to study these books. I ask them to please forgive me, that I certainly did not know that they were completely forbidden and considered unclean, and that I was not supposed to read them. They said, "Oh no, you are not going to get away with it that easy." Consequently, they took the Bible, and from then on, as we say in Afghani, flowers rain on friends, but on me stones rained. They began to physically attack me, hitting me with the end of their guns and beating me on the head and legs. They broke my tooth, as you can see, and my nose started bleeding. Eventually, as they were doing these things to me, I realized that some of them were speaking Arabic and others from Pakistan were speaking in the Pakistani language. This was very painful for me. I was being beaten by an Arab, and by one who was violating the sanctity of my home and of my family. I never did anything to violate the land of the Arabs. I had never even gone there. But here, Arabs had come to my country of Afghanistan, and in the middle of the night, into my home, and searched through all my things. So anyway, they